In this video, I'm going to show you how to discover the secret of creating the most delicious bread using ripe plantain. Yes, if that's what you want to watch, now let's dive into our channel. But please don't forget to like, share and comment and even subscribe to this channel. So now let's go into the video. First, you need 4 cups of flour, yeast, ripe plantain, vanilla essence, melted butter, milk and egg, vegetable oil. Then we need lukewarm water. Please, if you're baking or you want to bake your bread, don't use 1 cup of water, use just a 1/4 cup of water. I use 1 cup of water and it wasn't pleasing to me. Okay, so I added yeast and sugar and mix, then cover for 5 to 10 minutes until my yeast is active. While my yeast is active, I had to bring out my dry ingredients, which are my 4 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar and a teaspoon of salt. Okay, so those are what I did. So by the time I'm done with that, my yeast is already active. So what I did here is to add my melted butter to my yeast, then my egg. So then I'll add my milk. I'm using liquid milk. If you have your powdered milk, you can use powdered milk, which you add to your dry ingredient. Then I added vanilla essence for flavor. So I'm going to mix. Then what I did here is to get my ripe plantain. I'm going to blend my ripe plantain with my wet ingredient for everything to be smooth and easy showing. So I'm going to add them bit by bit to my dry ingredient. So this is what I'm doing now. I'm trying to mix all together with my wet ingredient. Remember the dry ingredient I used 4 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar and a teaspoon of salt. So those are my dry ingredients. Then my wet ingredient I use as usual. I use 2 tablespoons of instant yeast and 2 tablespoons of sugar. I did that to make my yeast active. Then when my yeast is active, the ingredients I just added was milk, melted butter and egg. So please take note of the ingredients I used for my baking of my ripe plantain. Of course, I use my vanilla essence, then my ripe plantain. So I just used 1 stick of ripe plantain. So that's what I used. Okay, because I don't want it to be that sweet. But there's a twist here. After mixing, I found out that my dough is not forming. So I had to add a cup of flour to my dough for it to form, for me to have this consistency. So, and for it to be that stretchy. So that's what I did. I added another cup of flour, that making it 5 cups of flour. Okay, so please, if you want to do yours, don't add a lot of water. You can add a 1/4 or half cup of water. I used a cup of water and it was too much for what I did, because I was using a ripe plantain and plantain has their own baggage. Okay, so plantain and banana, they have their own baggage. They have their own kind of softness they add to your dough. Okay, so after this, I'm going to cover for 1 hour 30 minutes for it to rise and for my dough to form. So that's why it's good for you to test your yeast first before baking. So if your bread is not rising, make sure you find out from your yeast. So my bread is already soft because I left it more than 1 hour 30 minutes. I left it for almost 2 hours, so it came out very, very, very soft. So I didn't have to knead that much. I just stretch it out and roll it out for my dough. You can see it now that it's very soft. When I was doing that, you can see that it's very soft when I was doing that. Okay, So at this point in time, I have to grease my pan with butter. After greasing my pan with butter, I have to cover it for 30 to 45 minutes for my bread to be active again. That's my bread to rise a little. Then I'm going to do an egg wash. Egg wash is just egg yolk and milk. Okay, I have to do that and mix again. Egg wash is just to help your bread shine and make it fine. Okay, so that's what I did here. I have to do an egg wash by brushing it. So if you don't have egg and milk for your egg wash, you can simply use melted butter. I didn't say margarine, but melted butter. Okay, so that's what you can use to get that shining. Can you see how the bread is shining? And the bread came out very, very soft. So I have to bake for 45 minutes on a medium heat of 180 degrees. So after baking, you can see how soft the bread is. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and comment and subscribe to my channel. Bye. I love you.